Team Jackson, what's happening? You know, over the last couple of weeks of me doing these one-on-one consultations with a lot of you, I've noticed that you guys have deal breakers, and I'm proud of you guys for having that. But I think we also need to understand that in the beginning, those deal breakers, like it should include just about everything negative. Red flags I'm talking about, not nitpicky stuff like what he's wearing and, whether or not his clothes is wrinkled or something like that. But, if you can't keep his undivided attention in the very beginning, even if he apologizes for it or gives you an excuse about him being, slammed at work lately or whatever, like it should be a deal breaker. Same thing with if he says something that's borderline disrespectful, or if he gets mad at you smiling at the waiter, or y'all are out and you see one of your homeboys, and the way that he handles him being mad is not by talking to you like an adult, rather him going ghost for 4 or 5 days, then popping back up and telling you, well, the reason I got mad was. That should be a deal breaker. That should be on the zero tolerance policy list. Now, when I brought this up on my IG live chat a couple of days ago, I had a couple of women saying, you know what, in the beginning we need to have some tolerance. There needs to be some level of tolerance. Let me clear that up right now. No, absolutely not. Now, in a relationship, it's different. If he's already established himself, he's already proven that he's there for you, he has your best interest at heart, he's on your side. Of course, if he's off his game for a couple of days, allow him a chance to get back on track. But in the very beginning, he's still making that first impression, even the first couple of dates before you get in a relationship. Just think about, like, whenever you watch these shows about, singers auditioning to go forward in the next round and all of that. Imagine a singer missing notes and their voice cracking, regardless of the reason. They might be nervous, they might be sick or whatever. Do you think that singer is going to get on to the next round? No, they're not. But if you're talking about a Rihanna or Alicia Keys or Mariah Carey, it's different. They already established. And I've seen all of these women have bad performances. But guess what? They're allowed that, because they're already solid. They've already proven what they're capable of, and what, that they're qualified to be in their spot. Or think rather, if you're an employer and an applicant shows up late to a job interview, are they moving on to the second round? Are you going to give them a job? Probably not. If they don't come professionally dressed in the right attire, are you going to give them another look? No, you're not. But if you're talking about one of your employees who already proven themselves, and they've proven that they took, the first impression seriously enough to move on to having the job, yeah, you might have a meeting with them or give them a pink slip or something like that. It's different whenever you're talking about in a relationship versus in the beginning. And the thing I've noticed about a lot of y'all, a lot of women anyway, is that a lot of y'all get lenient with a guy because he shows you one or two things that you really like, and you're curious or even hopeful that over the long term you'll get to enjoy this on a greater level. But the thing is, if you excuse or make excuses for or ignore those negative things, they also manifest into things you got to deal with later on in a relationship. And it's going to be worse whenever you deal with them then, because you're going to be thinking about back to whenever you weren't invested and before it hurt you to have to let this guy go, and thinking about how you could have just cut him off before you ever got to that point. And he's going to be able to say, you know what? You mad about this right now, but I'm the same guy that you met 2 or 3 years ago. I've been on the same tip. I've been talking to you this way for the last couple of years. I've been not making you a priority, or the time we're supposed to spend together, a priority for the last couple of years. And he's going to be right. It's different whenever you're talking about later on in a relationship, man, because red flags turn into regrets whenever you ignore them. You want to be able to fall back in love over and over again, like you did in a dating phase. But if you ignore these red flags in the beginning, you're not going to be falling in love over and over again. You're going to be falling for the okie doke over and over again. So the same way that a man should have to earn access to you sexually and earn access to you emotionally for you to pour out your love and show your love for him, is the same way a man should be required to have to earn the privilege of having second chances, not getting those out the gate. So y'all let me know what you think in the comments. I'll let y'all later. Peace.